Let's queer up health. The Pride Center hosts the Active Aging Expo. The Pride Center is holding the 14th annual Active Aging Expo Saturday at 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. It's an opportunity for businesses and service providers to connect with members of the ever-growing LGBTQ+ active aging community. The 2023 Expo will be held in person at the Pride Center, along with virtual online components for people who can't attend in person. The Expo provides LGBTQ+ adults with a unique and comprehensive overview of community resources. Representatives from local health, housing, finance, insurance, legal, travel, entertainment, retirement, and other community organizations will showcase their services and products. This is a free event featuring free flu vaccination, blood pressure checkup, giveaways, including like a large screen TV, and free lunch for more for the first 400 attendees. For more information, visit pridecenterflorida, all spelled out, .org. This is a neat event. About 15 years ago, we gathered together a whole bunch of volunteers to help start this because we were hearing nightmare story after nightmare story of queer seniors going into housing communities here in South Florida and having to go back in the closet because of the stigma and shame that they were facing. So it started really going, where are safe places that queer adults can go to? And out of that grew the first resource directory and grew the first expo. And now, the 14th annual expo will be this Saturday, and there's going to be 60 plus providers of different services that are there. You saw the list of you heard the list of different kinds of services. But one of the things I really enjoy about it is the diversity of people that come out. I have a straight, cisgender female friend in her 30s that never misses it because she's able to have like a one-stop shop to get all kinds of resources and lots of swag. Everybody has lots of swag. My 12-year-old loves to take his bag full of stuff. But she's able to get all kinds of information in one day that she uses then throughout the year with aunts and uncles and parents and friends that may benefit from that. So it's a fun day. Like I said, they have lots of swag. They have lots of drawings, free lunch, free breakfast, all these kind of tests that you can get for free. But it's also, I think, a great opportunity to get at resources, if not for yourself, for neighbors and friends and family members who just when you're not expecting it are going to need those resources.
Absolutely.
I just want to know, is active aging like a new polite way of saying senior citizen? Is that what we're kind of...
Yeah, I mean, because here's one of the realities. We were talking earlier, I think you were mentioning some of the in queer communities, the body image stuff that heralds the young, the fit, the beautiful. And one of our realities in doing active aging programming year round, I don't know if you know, but every Tuesday morning, we host the largest weekly gathering of LGBT seniors in the nation. And so in doing that, because South Florida is such a place where people come to retire, one of the realities is for many queer individuals, they don't want to be identified as senior. Because we celebrate youth, that's for other people. There's so much stigma that can come along with aging. And so when using the word senior, sometimes people who really need these resources won't access them because of the stigma. So yeah, part of it is just sort of saying we're not just talking about that other person. It's any of us that are involved in the aging process, which is all of us.
Yeah.
And we're all going to need these resources.
And real quick, it's the weekly meeting, Coffee and Conversation, right?
Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. That's coffee and bagels and donuts and hanging out and connecting socially. For some people, it's their only opportunity to do so during the week. And then we always have a program at 11 that brings in folks from across the community to present about programs and services. Short program. It's a great, fun morning.
And what and before we I'm going to open it up, I promise, but here in a second. But I know the people that go to it, and it's 10 o'clock conversation, coffee, 11 o'clock is the program. But this continues through lunch. People make friends. They're like, okay, let's head over to Rosie's or across the street to Union Kitchen. It's really a bonding event that doesn't stop when the facilitator takes off, right?
There's folks, I was talking with some folks on Tuesday that they each lost their partner over the last couple of years during kind of the COVID and met each other and now married. So it's an opportunity to meet someone and get connected as well. I love the crowd there. You've got folks there's a couple that met at Yale University during freshman orientation 50 years ago that are there. And then there's folks that in their 80s are coming out for the first time. They may have been married to someone from the opposite gender, had kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, and this is their first time being out as a queer individual.
Wow.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. I was actually going to make the point he made about the stigma associated with aging, because quite frankly, it's constantly up in my head as I face the 13th anniversary of my partner's death. May his memory be a blessing, and it is. But they've done studies that, you know, people need these connections, and it does affect longevity. And, you know, I'm just glad that, you know, I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing of this expo, which, you know, maybe I'm not as plugged in as I should be, but, you know, this is a very important thing to have, because, you know, that people don't, if I'm hearing about it, you know, there are other people who haven't heard about it either.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think community and conversation, those are the touchstones. Those are the key words for this. And, you know, if you're lucky, you'll be old someday.